What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Get this man back to America. It's the Big Shot Bob podcast, the Friday shoot-around, our bonus show. That's B-Dog Brandon Harper. My name is Rob Jenner, still in Beijing, China. Is seven-time NBA champion Robert Horry, who taught us something before we started recording the show today, that if you eat too much Starfruit, you can get poisoned and die.
Yeah.
Which I've never even heard of Starfruit. You showed it to us in the basket they left in your room. Show everybody on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, that is apparently a Starfruit, which looks like a giant jalapeno pepper, is the first thing I said. And what did you say? That if you eat too many, they kill you?
Eat too much is poisonous. So
I can believe that.
yeah.
Why are we putting this in people's baskets? Well,
Because allegedly it's pretty good. I haven't tried it yet, and I don't think I will be trying it.
I mean, can you try like a little piece of it?
Oh.
You don't even want to try it all. What else is in the fruit basket, by the way?
Bananas.
Okay.
Dragon fruit, oranges.
Okay. You ate all the grapes, you said, yeah.
Yeah. And
All right.
some other fruit that I have no clue what it is.
All right, cool. No, I'm just curious to see. And by the way, if you're watching us on YouTube, Rob's in a nice-ass suite in Beijing. We were joking about that before we started recording. They shacked you up, man. They gave you a nice little spot there.
Oh man, every
took
time
care
I
of
come to China, they treat me really well. And to show you how I can't show you right now, but they always take the bed and they add another bed to it to make it long enough for us.
Oh, sure.
And so, yeah, it's like they turn it sideways and they add like a twin
To the end.
and so the bed is like huge.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
hysterical. I never even thought about that, but I guess that makes a lot of sense because I know
Yeah.
my tiny ass barely fits in a hotel bed, so I never even thought about you guys, like what you guys have to go through.
Yeah, there ain't a bed big enough over there for y'all.
No.
But you know what's I tell them all the time they don't have to do it, but they do it anyway because I curl up when I sleep, so
Oh,
I don't need all the room.
So do you have, I'm going to ask you a question here. We're going to go way off the rails with this for no reason. What kind of bed do you have at home? You have like a king or a California king or something? Or do you have to have something made that is made special for you?
So when I first got in the NBA, everybody was like, "Oh, you got to do this." So I did have a mattress made, but people forget when you get a mattress made, you got to have sheets that are made.
Yeah, you can't get regular
It
sheets
gets
for it.
expensive.
Yeah.
So I just have a standard California king.
Okay. So Shaquille's got one at his house that he had made. And it's the same thing. It's like, I mean, it feels to me, because I'm not a big person, it feels like half the room. Like I walked into his room once and I was just like, holy shit. Like it's just it's like half the room. It's like when you were a kid and you got like you got to make a bed for it out of like 2 king size beds. That's what it felt like to me. And I can't imagine that you can buy sheets or bedding for this anywhere. So I don't know why the hell but yeah, I didn't know if that was something that you did or not. But
No, you forgot Shaq's wealthy. He can do shit like that.
It's a little different.
making a regular custom, I can't imagine a custom bed is like, breaking the bank though. Come on now.
Think about it. You think about this. If you just go out and get you a Tempur-Pedic right now, that's like $15,000.
Where the fuck do you live? $15,000 for a Tempur-Pedic? You could get some shit in Atlanta off the back of a truck for like $600, $700.
Yeah, but you're gonna wake up the next day like
No,
like
it'll be like a Tender-Pedic, you know what I mean? But it'll be close enough, It don't rise except for you got to put a stick under it and then it'll go up. But it works, man. $700 off a truck, bro. What are you doing? All right, let's get into the actual show. Sorry. Question from Harvey. He said, props to Giannis for helping Lakers rookie, and I'm going to mess up the kid's name. Is it Adu Thiero?
Yes.
Okay. Secure the game ball the other night when the officials wouldn't let him take it. And I had to look this up. Apparently, he had his first points the other night against the Bucks.
Correct.
And tried to leave the floor with the game ball. And the officials would not let him do that. They wanted to take the ball back from him. And I don't know if this is sort of like Is this like a rule or something in the NBA? Like if it's after a regular game, you have to check the ball back in with the officiating staff or something?
I have that was weird to me because
I've never seen that
was
before.
yeah, Vando was trying to walk off with the ball to give it to him, and the ref was really like no, and they literally stood there for like 5 minutes saying no.
And they kept taking it back for. And was it Vando who had his arm around the ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vando finally gave it up,
and then they took
Luke
it back to the
over.
scorer's bench. Yeah.
The funny part was the ref went back and gave it to this young lady, and she was holding the ball like this, like, oh shit.
And then Giannis came over and went, thank you, and took it right out of her hands and walked it back over to the Lakers and made sure that
that was really honorable of Giannis, because we remember the last time that happened to Giannis where I think it was the Pacers hid the ball from Giannis because he did something. I don't remember what
I remember that. I can't remember what it was though, but I remember you talking about. I remember we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. So anyway,
big ups to Giannis.
Harvey's question was, do you have any game balls at home, and did you ever help secure one for a teammate who deserved it?
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. You remember when we beat the Nets in the finals? I ran and got the ball and gave it to Mitch, and Mitch dumbass ended up giving to Rick Fox.
I forgot about that. You had Mitch on the show. You told that story. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's his first chip. Yeah.
Do you have any at home?
I have one. I have the game ball from the 2005 NBA Finals. You can, like, if you look at the pictures when we won it, I got the ball in one hand, I got Cameron in the other hand, and so I kept that ball. Yeah, that's the only one I have. That I had a ball from '95, but I don't know where that went.
It just disappeared in transit.
It just disappeared.
Is there one you wish you had? Maybe one from your first title or something?
Detroit. I think the Detroit basketball I love to have, and the game 5 where I killed them in the second half. That ball I would love to have.
That would have been a good one. I wanted to bring this up because I saw this pop up on the timeline this week, and I was kind of surprised by it. I mean, think about it. Shohei Ohtani wins National League MVP in Major League Baseball. I think we all thought that was going to happen. And Aaron Judge wins it for the American League. It's the second year in a row both of them have won back-to-back MVPs. By those metrics, basically they are in their respective leagues, arguably the two best players opposite each other, playing their best. And it brought up this analogy of when else have we seen this in sports? Like the NBA had Magic and Bird. Both two generational players playing at the same time, which I think you sort of have in Judge and Ohtani. Like they are both generationally great players. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the NFL came to mind, where you had two generationally great quarterbacks playing against each other all the time. And then the only other one that I could think of was Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, where you had two guys boxing that probably were iconically the best that ever did it, doing it at the same time. I couldn't think of any other ones. But are we in that era where do we think that's what we're seeing maybe with Ohtani and Judge, that we're getting to watch maybe two of the best to ever do it at the same time?
I think so. The only other sport you come to mind is tennis, where you got Connor and McEnroe.
That's a good
things
one.
Like that.
That's actually a really good one because they were both generationally great.
Yeah, and there's and you think about we think about it was always in. Tennis is like the one sport when you got guys who can, stay for 10 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Guys and females, and they be like, oh, we're battling it out. So, but
well, tennis had the big three, in Nadal, Federer.
Oh yeah,
Federer, all at the same time.
Yeah, what's his name?
That's even more recent than the one you like. Those are the big three.
Yeah. But I was trying to keep it more like American.
The two. Oh yeah, two. Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be American, but I don't know a ton about soccer and hockey, but I'm sure hockey's probably.
Yeah, I don't know shit about soccer. Yeah, I don't know anything about hockey but you think about it, it's hard to find that, especially when they on opposite leagues. And you think about when you think about Magic Bird, what they did for the NBA, then come along Jordan. Did Jordan have a rival? And then Jordan, it was just all Jordan, and then you go to football. You got Brady. Who's Brady's rival? Nobody.
Peyton Manning was the only one I could think of.
It was supposed to be Peyton.
Yeah, but Peyton never seemed to get the better of him, though. Like Brady seemed to win every time they would face him.
Mm-hmm. So I think we think about baseball. It's just
because you always
But
you're right.
You think about Ohtani though. Is out of 5 years he's won it 5 times. That's crazy.
The MVP.
MVP, yeah.
This can't be
the
his
last
fourth
5
MVP,
years.
is it?
It is his fourth MVP.
Yeah, it's his
Holy
fourth MVP.
shit! Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, my
He
brain
won
just
it-
thought 3. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
won
this
it
was his
like-
fourth. He won it twice as an Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Damn.
Think about that.
Dude, 4 MVPs and
in 5 years.
he's in his prime.
Yeah, it gets
That's
no better.
scary.
And he's a pitcher.
Yeah, and he's a pitcher. Well, I think that was a big part of why he won it this year. I mean, he had an amazing offensive year still, but I mean the way he pitched this year.
Yeah,
dude.
But you think about last year, his was what 50-50 or 60-60, whatever he did.
Yeah, it was 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, he did some extraordinary. And then this year, okay, I'm gonna pitch this year.
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
gonna be a Cy Young contender as I do it. Yeah, which
that's crazy.
That's freaking insane.
Yeah. So, but and you think about Aaron, what he's able to do, and how he puts fear in everybody's eyes, and
dude,
and he's just. And he what I told you was 6'7", 6'8".
He's
6'8".
huge. We saw him at the All-Star game here in Atlanta when we had the All-Star game here. He towers over the crowd. It's like an NBA player walking amongst.
Yeah, I remember I met him at Jack Flaherty's charity softball event. I'm like, damn, dude, you ain't a linebacker? You ain't a tight end? You a fucking baseball player? Man, like he's swinging a toothpick, man. He's so huge.
Yeah, he's big. But I mean, he is scary tall for a baseball player.
Yeah. Really nice guy, though. Really nice guy.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you have the procession of guys that come out between the stadium and the Roxy right here next door, where they were doing like all their press stuff. And Aaron Judge walked through like it was you or Shaquille, just towered over everybody. And I was like, son of a bitch, how can you be that big and be that fucking good at baseball? Like, give that man a basketball for God's sake. All right, question from James. Do you guys think OKC can win 70 games this year? Or do you think they'll come back down to earth at some point?
I don't know about 70. I think what the Warriors did was something, I think what did they win, 73?
73-9, yeah.
I think I don't think people understand how difficult that is. 70 games is difficult. I just don't see.
I don't know how you do it.
Losing only 12 games all season, it requires you to be healthy. I mean, it requires you to be healthy historically healthy. I think they're great. Yeah, I don't think they could do that.
Okay. Rob, do you think they got a shot to win 70, or is that maybe?
I think they have a shot, but I don't think coaches care anymore. I think if they get so far ahead in the West where they're going to play guys strategically just to keep them in shape, but don't care if they win or lose. So, and I don't, it's going to be hard, man. Because I think you look around the league and the way the load management is so prevalent, I don't think they will.
I think they got a shot just because, like we talked about on Tuesday, they haven't gotten Jalen back yet.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of guys playing really well for them right now. So even if they have to rest guys and sub guys out on rotations and stuff like that, if they can consistently do what they've been doing, man, I think they could maybe come close. I mean, what'd they win last year? They won like 66 or something like that last year.
And you remember they shut it down towards the end.
Yeah,
too.
like they were maybe they won 68 games last year. Like they were like kind of scary close to it. So I don't know, man. I think they could do it. I think they got a shot. I do want to give you what I think is the weirdest story of the week. The LaMelo Ball story.
I'd heard this one.
All right. LaMelo Ball, this came out this week, reportedly scared the Timberwolves away during the draft process because he told the management team he wanted to become the president of the United States. And they were like, I don't think you're taking this very seriously here. So either you're not taking the interview seriously or you're not taking the game of basketball seriously. So they ended up obviously going with Ant-Man, which I think that they probably would have done anyway. But that was reportedly the story that scared the Timberwolves off.
I mean, did he say when he wanted to become the president of the United States?
It wasn't disclosed in the story. It was just reported this week that came out, and that was one of the reasons they passed on LaMelo Ball. Now, I'll give you this. LaMelo, so far, he's in his 6th year in the NBA. Never been in the playoffs. So far this season, he's only played in 4 games. The Hornets have only managed 4 wins this season. And ESPN reported to an anonymous NBA scout about LaMelo, quote, yes, he's talented, but he doesn't take basketball seriously enough. It's hard to build a winner around him because of how he plays and the liberties he takes with himself when he plays. So I guess my question here out of this story is, what can he do more than he's doing? Should he be doing more than he's doing? What does he need to fix? What does he need? Does he just need to get out of Charlotte? Like, what's the move? You know what I mean?
LaMelo Ball to me is white chocolate. You remember white chocolate?
Love white chocolate.
Jason Williams?
Yeah.
Jason Williams, the way they play, like I like to have fun when I play. I'm and one all day, every day. And so until he gets the mindset of the game is fucking serious, this is the way to make money. But he just says it's just a lifestyle. I'm just having fun with it. I don't think he takes the game serious, So for me, I agree with the GM. Don't get me wrong, he's a hell of a talent, but there's something missing when you watch him play. It's like, okay, can you at one point in time you turn on a dog and go out and kick someone's ass, and it doesn't always have to be fancy. Just get the fucking job done. Right. And I think for me, I agree with that GM big time. But don't get me wrong, he could be a hell of a player, but I don't think he takes it serious. He loves the lifestyle way too much.
Yeah, I can see that. I also think, hell, he in Charlotte, and even though he's the franchise player, ain't nothing coming of nothing in Charlotte. That's a city that just has a basketball team, really, and it's not. They have some talented pieces, but it ain't nothing coming of that. And my thing is, we always say that the star player should be the catalyst of taking a franchise to the next level. He's not doing it. He's not the guy, and whatever. Yeah. Charlotte is a place where the careers go to die.
Don't say that, man.
But it's a harsh reality because they haven't had, they just haven't had anything cooking for them in a long time. Probably since Alonzo Mourning was there and Grandmama.
Him and Grandmama.
Yeah, like that was like the Larry Johnson Alonzo days. Like that was the last time I really feel like Charlotte was relevant. I feel, and that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, I never want to say that any city or any franchise is a place that careers go to die, but you're not far off because that team and that franchise has got to do something. And you can't, LaMelo Ball ain't going to be the kid to get you there. And I don't think anybody thinks he's going to be, but I think they expected a lot more out of him than what they're
what did they, you got to think about, where did they move that team from?
Oh, damn. There was a whole bunch
New
of
Orleans?
In New Orleans.
It was because
they became the Charlotte
Bobcats. And the Bobcats went to
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans. And then did they relaunch the Hornets?
Yeah.
I think they restarted the franchise.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to keep.
Because at the time, the owner, the founder of BET, Bob Johnson, was the owner of the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the time.
That's why he named them the Bobcats.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I never thought about that, but
you didn't know that? That's his name was Bob, so you named him
Bob Johnson. Yeah. Makes sense.
That man named a team after himself. Good for him. Now he's the New Orleans Pelicans. So have fun with that. All right.
Well, the Pelican, it makes sense. The Pelican is the state bird.
Yeah, I know, but they suck.
Little known fact.
All right.
Rob,
I can't combat you with facts, so I'm just going to be like, fuck Pelicans. Yeah. They were my sleeper team last year, and they never woke up. So, question from Danny. We'll close it out with
They were in
a
sleeper. They were in a coma.
No, yeah, they were. No. Yeah. They don't know what year it is. They have no clue. They're calling themselves the Bobcats still. The last question on the sheet this week, we'll wrap up the shoot around. By the way, if you ever have something you want to add to the shoot around, we get a lot of these questions on X. I send a lot of people send me stuff on X, but I mean, we're on Instagram. You can DM us there, or you can find us on X, or pretty much anywhere. The last question comes from Danny, and this is hysterical because you brought up Jason Williams, white chocolate. Do you think that this is the coldest white guy starting five of all time? Ready? John Stockton at the 1. Luka at the 2. Larry Bird at the 3. Dirk at the 4. Jokic at the 5. And he wants to know, do you agree with this? Or do you think that Steve Nash maybe deserves a look over John Stockton? Is this question? My answer is no. And is there anyone else left off this list? And I swear to God, this is the quote. I think white chocolate has an argument. What's on there? He even said that. So the fact that you just brought that in is hysterical.
If you're trying to win, you leave white chocolate out. I think I put Steve Nash instead of John Stockton. But then again, I realized John Stockton was a nastier defensive player, so you need to bring that nasty. So I'd put Steve Nash back on the bench. So yeah, I agree with that lineup.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to think of all the badass white boys. You know, Larry Bird, of course, is number 1. Yeah. Do we count Joker and Jokic since they're foreigners? And Dirk?
They still white.
Yeah, they're still white guys. I mean, white in America and white in you know, wherever the hell they're from, Poland or whatever.
Is Joel Embiid not black because he's from Cameroon?
Hey, that's the motherland, man. That don't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Dennis Schroeder not black because he's from Germany?
Hey, he got some imports.
All right, we're gonna end this show. We need to go ahead and end this show. We can go ahead and end this.
Go ahead. I can't think of anybody left off of that list though. I think.
It's so many other good. I'm trying to think of like.
Oh no, there's been a lot of right, but you got to think the best ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the baddest white boy I ever played against. You know, I didn't get a chance to play against Larry Bird.
You got to put. I guess you can have Dan Mullen somewhere over there.
Who?
Mullen.
Oh, Chris
Mullen. Chris Mullen.
You married Dan Marley and Chris Mullen. Yeah.
I'm thinking about the football coach.
Oh yeah. Well, Dan Mullen.
Chris Mullen. Lefty.
Chris Mullen's a good. Yeah, well, that's actually a good one. Yeah. Chris Mullen could make an argument for that team. What about Detlef Schrempf?
I played against Detlef Schrempf. He was a bad.
He was
boy.
a hell of a good player. I don't know if he's an all-time starting five, but Detlef Schrempf was a hell.
Hey, hold on now. I think
maybe the best name in NBA history too.
We talked about him in the earlier show, Kevin McHale.
Yeah, I was thinking Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale, bad boy.
He was dominant for his era but the shorts were way too short.
Oh shit! No, I am taking one of those guys out.
I love
this guy to death.
I just thought of one too.
We had him on the show, Bill Walton.
Bill Walton, okay.
Oh,
that's not bad, but I just thought Pistol Pete.
Oh, hell yeah. Pistol Pete's number 1 draft pick
Pistol
right
Pete,
there.
I mean...
Take everybody off the team, dude, Pistol Pete's first.
Pistol Pete, how do we leave Pistol Pete off that list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where are you... Was Pete... Was he a point guard? I guess he was a point guard, right?
Yeah, he's point guard.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the first white chocolate.
He was, the OG white chocolate. So then Stockton's on the bench, right?
Stockton goes to the bench.
Okay, so Pistol Pete, Luka, Bird... And then if you want to make the argument for McHale or Dirk at the 4, I mean, McHale was he was more a 4 or 5. I guess he wasn't really a true.
Yeah.
I guess because you had Robert Parrish on that team with him, and Robert Parrish was more the 5.
Yeah, McHale was all 4. He was a straight 4 man.
Yeah, straight 4. All right, so then either Dirk or McHale at the 4. I think Jokic at the 5 is a lock. I don't know if you.
Yeah, that's a lock. That's a lock.
Even
though
not a lot
Bill
of
in there.
white guys that have that kind of game at that size, the way he plays, and no. All right.
Yeah.
Pistol Pete deserves it. Sorry, Stockton, you're out. But some of these guys, man, with McHale's shorts were way too short. Every time I think of Kevin McHale, I'm like, man, that short was riding mid-thigh, you know. And I'm like, dude, that was before the days the NBA had style, and it was just like, how high up can we ride these shorts, guys?
It's so weird. I'm going through all the teams now in my head, trying to think of a bad white boy. You know who was a bad white boy when he was in college, though, was Sexy Rexy, Rex Chapman.
Rex Chapman, yeah, he was. But he's made a big name for himself on Twitter, too. Blocker Charge. He had the Blocker Charge account for a long time. Made a nice little piece of money on
oh, that's true.
on Twitter doing that. What, were you look confused?
I never heard of it.
Oh, so he would post, the joke was always, is it a block or is it a charge, right? It was always like the standing joke in the NBA. So he would post the craziest shit he could find on the internet and just ask block or charge. Like who was responsible, basically. So it was like some guy walks into the street, another guy hits him with a bicycle and runs him over, blocker charge. He would post that kind of stuff, and then everyone would debate whose fault it was that this guy. Well, he shouldn't have stepped in the street. It's like, no, the bicyclist has to yield to the pedestrian. So it was always a joke of blocker charge. So he just started posting the craziest shit he could find on the internet, and just asking blocker charge. That's all it ever said.
That's funny.
And then it got crazier and crazier, like, dude, get hit by a car. And it was like blocker charge. It was like,
it was
that's a charge.
stuff, yeah.
That's a charge. Sorry, that's a charge. He has motor vehicle.